Well, good morning, everybody. I am George Mihalchik. I work with Recognize Good program, and we are pleased to be here at the offices of Austin SCORE on this beautiful January 15th of 2018. And I'm glad, Bob, you guys are doing this today. Tomorrow is going to be tough. I was talking with a gentleman from Houston the other day. How many people have been through Houston, been from Houston? Okay, here's a question for you. Why did Hurricane Harvey take so long getting through Houston? Highway 290, exactly. Okay, do we have any retired military, ex-military in here? Okay, any Air Force? You put your hand up for military. There's a difference in there. Well, good. We like to talk about people and find things going on that are good in what we see in our daily lives. This morning's presentation is what we call our Lighthouse Award. Recognize Good has several programs, and our purpose with Recognize Good is to illuminate the good that we see every day. We see a number of people who in their daily lives are doing extraordinary things. And Recognize Good does in fact have several programs that recognize the good that people do. Back in 2008, John Bosch had an idea about saying thanks to people using the internet. And if you go to recognizegood.org, you can see a little button that says, Say Thanks. And when we saw these Say Thanks entries come across, we noticed that some were really, really sensational. People doing extraordinary things. And so going from saying thanks to people to recognizing individuals for the good that they do, in 2010, we developed our Recognize Good Legends program. Recognize Good Legends selects an individual, 9 individuals a year, to receive a $1,000 pay-it-forward donation in that person's name to the charity of their choice. And that's how we have our Recognize Good Legends program, picking up people who in their daily lives are doing extraordinary things. And as a side to that, if you go to our website, or you may have seen Bobby Jenkins on KITV, CBS Austin, promoting Recognize Good in the Say Thanks Austin campaign. If you go there being our website, you can see the legends that we have for 2018. And you can say thanks to any one or all of those legends in a number of different ways. You can text the message, you can vote electronically, we have paper ballots. And so if you're interested in saying thanks to any of those individuals who have done wonderful things over this past year, feel free to do that. And so that's Recognize Good Legends in our Say Thanks Austin campaign. We also have another program that we call the Ethics in Youth Education. Now, we don't teach ethics. That's for other people to do. But we emphasize the need for ethical behavior so that whenever students, and this is directed towards high school students, that whenever students put together resumes, they can highlight the ethical behavior, the ethical activities that they've done and the unethical activities that they've avoided. What does that do? It makes them look better on their resumes when they are applying for jobs or maybe even applying to college. And so that's a second program that we have. A third program is what we call our Ethics in Business and Community Awards. Our annual awards banquet hosted by Bobby Jenkins and Earl Maxwell is coming up on May 17th of this year at the AT&T Center downtown. And that's where Recognize Good looks at a small business, a medium-sized business, a large business, an individual, and a nonprofit, and recognizes those individuals and those businesses for exhibiting the highest ethical standards in their business practices. And we have a special gift that we're going to present to Austin SCORE in terms of our ethics in business for 2 people to enjoy going to to that banquet. And that brings me to the program and why we are here today. We focused on individuals on those first 3 programs. And we noticed that there are a lot of good individuals who don't get recognition. Maybe they don't want it. Maybe they want to stay under the radar. But they contribute to organizations, to civic organizations, the Lions Club, Rotary, SCORE. And those organizations do wonderful things on a daily basis. Now, I know SCORE, Austin SCORE has been around 25 years? 43. 43 years, okay. That's even better, 43 years. I know that you've raised money to help businesses and to help defray some expenses, $18,000 this year, Bob? Close to that? Okay, more than that. Yes, and what SCORE Austin does, as I understand it, is it helps businesses develop, gives them the insights. And I looked at the website and I said, well, how do these guys do that? And I was interested in what I found. Being retired Air Force, I know that the Air Force would hire contractors, and a lot of these contractors were former Air Force people who came back into the workforce. In other words, reinvesting those skills and that expertise back into the workforce. And I saw that on the website here. The people who are current or retired entrepreneurs have the expertise, the experience, and the skills to reinvest, to give back to startups, to young people who want to be entrepreneurs. And it's for that reason that we wanted to recognize Austin SCORE for the work that you do, for the giving back that you do, for the good things that you do in making the greater Austin area a greater place to live and to work. Now, to do this, I'm going to ask Joel Kaufman, who is our Executive Director of Recognize Good, to make several presentations. So, Bob, if you would come up, I'd certainly appreciate it. Joel, I'll turn it over to you.
Everyone, thanks for letting us come say thanks today. So we've got a few different ways we like to say thanks. I'm going to take you through, and each of them has a gift, but there's a reason behind each one. So I'm going to start this around that little poster, Henry. If you can pass that around just to explain what this is. This is a dedication plaque that's going to go on a hand crank wheelchair for someone without the use of their legs in another country. This is a nonprofit we've chosen to partner with. It's called Mobility Worldwide. Most of what we do is focused here in Central Texas. This one is kind of our designated global charity. The plaques essentially represent a pay it forward. So SCORE Austin, someone that has their life changed because of this wheelchair will look and say, I wonder who SCORE Austin is. Hopefully they'll take a picture. That's one of the big things we're trying to form the connection. Once someone receives their mobility cart, they'll take a picture, and that way we're able to make that connection for you and everyone else that we say thanks to. So we're going to keep this so we can get it on the cart, but that poster going around does a pretty good job of pretty quickly telling the story about what these mean. Thank you. This is a ceremonial 2 tickets for what George mentioned. Every year we basically celebrate the most ethical businesses in town. Have any of you ever been to our Ethics in Business Luncheon? Bob, I thought you have maybe. So it's about 600 people every year. This year we're expecting to grow that by a couple of hundred just because of a new space and a new format. But essentially we're basically setting good examples for each other in business and for our future workforce. So Concordia University has a business ethics class that vets all the nominees that we get. We have 50 or 60 nominees each year in 5 different categories. So there's students that are doing the scoring, basically. And then they'll present to a panel, a selection panel from Leadership Austin. Their alumni, their board, basically does the picking, the selection. But obviously these are great examples for our future business leaders to be learning from. And it is not just a win it and quit sort of thing. It's a continual improvement award process. So the luncheon itself, I promise whichever 2 of you decide to join us, will leave you feeling uplifted about our future, I promise you, and all the ethical, all the businesses that do the right thing when it's sometimes not the easiest thing to do, as I'm sure we all understand. This one's pretty straightforward. This is just a thank you plaque. This is for you guys to hang in your office or anyone else or anywhere else that makes sense. This is just a thank you. This is the physical thank you from us to you. So there's that. And take a quick picture. All right.
Thank you very much.
Of course. Well, thank you guys. And then we are also, on behalf of our program sponsor, IRex, our parent company, Tyrex, is a group of technology companies, mainly in manufacturing. IRex is a custom cable manufacturer that has adopted our Lighthouse program. There's many reasons for that. There's a service club connection there. There's a connection to Mobility Worldwide there. But IRex basically pays for all of this, and they're giving SCORE Austin $250 through Recognize Good today. So this is for you guys. There you go.
Okay.
And as Bob mentioned, for your own marketing of your own club, we were going to try and pose a picture with the check and the thank you plaque with everybody in it. So if we can break formality here for a moment and just bring everybody up front. Before we forget, George has the real check. This one won't be cash. Yeah.
Where do you want us?
The back row? I guess any place in here. I don't know. I'm going to start from the back row. Big guys won't be able to use that.
I was going to try to get to that.
Tall guy in the back row.
Tall guys, no, I'll try places. Bob.
You getting couch on?
Okay, you hold this. Give Bob something to hold. And before you take the picture, I'm going to make sure that we get this. Joe can present all the presentation checks he wants, but this is the real McCord right here.
Can I hold that?
Yeah, you